Hey, this is Kent Jones with Jones & Associates PC, attorneys at law in Cleveland, Tennessee. This is going to be the last part of what I'm talking about on divorce. It should be part 5. I don't know if I've labeled it as such, but essentially it is how complicated is property division in a divorce. Well, it can range. In a simple divorce, the people can decide that each of them have their own vehicles and go their own way, and that's it. But to start with, Tennessee, in Tennessee, marital property is divided up equitably. And what that means is marital property is not divided up 50-50. You're going to look at, a court would look at a number of circumstances. Some of the factors may be the length of the marriage, each party's education and vocational skills, age, health, and all these things are going to be considered. If you don't want a third party making decisions about the division of marital property, then the best thing to do, again, as I've said before, is to go into mediation and each of you present your case to the mediator and let him or her give you some informal advice and hopefully come to an agreement on a property division settlement. In Tennessee, property that you have, such as investments, gifts, whatever, prior to the marriage is considered separate property, and so that is not divided, but there are exceptions, and that's what makes it complicated. The three of them that we run into the most are: during the marriage, the appreciation of separate property during the marriage can convert it into marital property, and then it's divided as marital property. And so what we're looking at is the extent to which the non-owing spouse proves that both spouses substantially contribute to the preservation and appreciation of what was originally known as separate property. Also, the second thing in Tennessee is if separate property becomes inextricably mingled with marital property or separate property of the other spouse, then the courts are going to look at it as a gift to the marital property, which falls into the category of a type of property that can be equitably divided at that point. Finally, and I guess the most complex thing, is the concept of transmutation, and this is where there is evidence of an intention that separate property become marital property. Finally, the last point is there are obviously agreements, prenuptial agreements that parties can enter into before marriage, which kind of define how all of this stuff works out, and tends to make it a little easier in the end, particularly when you have a lot of property, a lot of issues, that need to be decided at that point. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to call us, 423-424-6208. Email is jonesandassociatespc@gmail.com. Thanks a lot, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.